You know, I'm fully convinced that God made little kids cute enough to reel you in, but evil enough to destroy your entire brain with a single question. Little monsters.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, MJ Media, back again with another video. So my little nephew, Montana, who will be turning 8 this month. Man, that's crazy. Happy birthday, Monty. But he asked me a question the other day. He was like, what is the most annoying part about being a videographer? Well, actually, he was trying to say photographer, but he jumbled up his words and he instead said cartographer, which I had to explain to him. Monty, I am not a cartographer. Cartographers are people who make maps. And how do you even know that word? I know adults that don't even know that word. But he really made me sit down and contemplate and reflect on life. And I was like, what do I hate about being a videographer? I mean, I had to come up with some answer for him, but I really had to think about it. And I came up with 3 distinct things that just irk me beyond measure when it comes to being a videographer. And no, these are 3 different kinds of hates aside from the normal hates that every videographer has, like the cost, the maintenance, people not wanting to pay you money, people wanting to touch all over your equipment with their dusty little hands, aspiring music artists. But I haven't heard people really talk about these 3 distinct hates that I have. So we about to get into that right now. But before I do anything, 2 things first. 1, be sure to hit that like button, hit that share button, share with your family and friends, hit that subscribe button. It's just sitting right there. You might as well just, poke it. All right, that way you can be notified anytime I drop more dope content like this one. Also, show some love to the sponsor of this video, Status Apparel DC. As you see what I'm wearing right now, I got my gear on, my little fitted on right here. Go to statusappareldc.com or search their Instagram at statusappareldc. Go ahead and cop y'all some dope gear for the springtime. Y'all know y'all gonna need it. Love these guys. Much love. So let's get into the video. The first thing that I hate about being a videographer is always running into the I got guy. This is the guy that never actually talks about getting better in his craft or never talks about elevating his craft itself. He only talks about every new shiny piece of equipment they're about to come out with and how he gotta get it, and if you want to elevate your game, you gotta get it too. This is the guy that will spend all of his money on a bunch of unnecessary gear and equipment, call it a good investment, and then we never see any work. And this is the type of person that will talk down to other videographers and scare all the newbie people who trying to come into the videography game simply because they don't have what he has or she. I'm not sexist, we can all be equally toxic. Honestly, these are like the Karens of the camera world. They just piss you off when they're around you. Your mood, your vibe comes down because you could just hear the negativity that they thinking. Number 2. Yeah, focus on my fingers. All right, so the second thing that I hate about being a videographer is the fact that everyone assumes that you're a photographer. Listen to me, come here. Everyone with a camera is not a photographer. So the reason I got into videography and cameras in general is I saw a travel slash real estate video shot by Parker Walbeck, and I was like, I want to do that. That looks amazing. And when I got into it, video was the only thing I studied, but people saw that I had a camera and a lens and they were like, oh, can you take our picture? And I would do it, as a favor for free and something like that. I could do a little something with my Sony A6300, just a little bit. But some people, it didn't really happen a lot, but some people weren't impressed with how it looked. And I'm like, what did you expect? I don't have any flashes. I don't have a backdrop. This is not my craft. I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing photography wise. I was just doing it as a favor because all of my energy went into studying video. I mean, I had no knowledge of photo settings, right? I didn't know anything about playing around with your shutter speed to get a desired effect. Usually for video, your shutter speed is double your frame rate. So 24, you would have a shutter speed of 1/50. If you're shooting in 60 frames a second, you have a shutter speed of 1/120. And in photos, all that book knowledge completely goes out the window. You can do so much with the shutter speed to get a desired effect. You could go super low if you're doing something like light painting. You can go super high if you're doing something like sports photography and you're trying to get every little detail of every little movement. And you just have a wide range of things that you can do with the shutter speed, and I didn't know anything about that, so it just wasn't my cup of tea. Now, don't get me wrong, I have gotten a lot better, okay? I have gotten a lot better in the photo aspect. I mean, I'm still not as good. I'm no way in part saying I'm on the level of somebody like Jared Poland or Manny Ortiz. Shout out to them brothers, by the way. But at least I'm not that guy. But I can remember a story where I was with my buddy Mike and we were shooting content for that Red camera review that we did like a year and a half ago. And like we're walking around with this camera, and if anybody knows what Red cameras are, these are like super expensive cinema cameras, right? So we're walking around with this thing and somebody comes up to us, like two girls come up to us and they're like, "Oh my gosh, are you photographers? Can you take our picture?" Baby girl, what part of this camera makes you think that this is for photos? I mean, honestly, if I bring out something like this, what part of this makes you think that I'm taking anybody's picture? I mean, look at this thing. It has a microphone on it. That should have given it away right there. Also, if you guys want me to make a video about how I built this rig, let me know in the comment section below. All right, but I didn't say any of that at all. I wasn't gonna be like that. I was nice, I was kind, I was professional. What I said was, I'm sorry, this is mainly just for video and short film purposes. It doesn't really take any pictures. I'm sorry about that. But what I wanted to say was, absolutely. Okay, keep going. You're good. Keep going. More. This thing is really tight, so it's you're gonna have to back up like a lot more. More. Man, I wish you could see how close this thing is. More. Yeah, about right there. Yeah, dummy. Don't mess with me, I'm petty. Also, shout out to @Bellino Photography for helping me out with that. But then she had the nerve to get mad at me, talking about, "Oh, you just don't want to take our photo." I mean, no, I don't. Why would you walk up on a stranger like that, talking about, "Can I take your photo?" That's weird. But this also cannot take photos. There is no photo button. There's no photo capabilities in this camera. So that's something I hate about being a videographer. Listen to me. Every camera cannot take photos. I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all notes out and write that down. Sorry, that's the high school teacher in me. All right, so number 3, this is the last thing that irks my nerves. And honestly, this might be the thing that irks my nerves more than the other two. And although this is not something that videographers commonly say, I guarantee you that every photographer too and videographer has probably gone through this same level of irkness with this comment, with this thought process. Being a videographer, I know enough about tech to do my job properly and to do a really good job, right? But I am not IT tech support. Now, being in this field, I know a little bit, and I have to know a little bit about computers in order to know what computer I need, how to upgrade the computer if I want to do that, what RAM and memory do I need in order to edit for 1080p, 4K, 6K, 8K. But I do not know how to fix your internet when you get a 504 error message. I am not Geek Squad. Y'all better Google that crap like the rest of us, because all I'm gonna do is turn it off, turn it back on, and hope it works. Listen, just because I know how to apply a Band-Aid does not make me a doctor. And there you guys have it. Those are the 3 things that I hate about being a videographer, aside from the other things that most of us videographers hate. So what did you guys think about that? Do you have anything else that irks your nerves about being a photographer or a videographer? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's get something going. Let's get a conversation about this going. Maybe the people that hear this are the people that's annoying us and they can stop doing that immediately. So until next time, guys, keep creating. Don't let people stress you out. And I will catch you in the next video. Peace.